I'm leaning on the lamppost, 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 lamppost. Hello and welcome to the LampPod. It is me, Sam, and you,
Neil. I'm here too, doing a voice.
Doing the voice. We'll do the whole podcast.
The whole
with voices.
This will be the most suave. Mine's already gone.
Sean Bean. Sean Bean? I meant Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Bean.
I'm not afraid to hit a woman. I'll slap a bitch in the face.
Slap a bitch.
He beats people. Like he was like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not beating around the bush here.
We're slapping a woman in the face.
Slapping.
Just give her a slap.
Give her a good old knock on the noggin.
He's like, it's not abuse. It was a slap. It doesn't count.
It was a slap. Yes, this is the 26th.
26th. Yes.
Podcast. Hopefully, some of you saw last week's this week's
like 2 days ago
animated podcast. I hope I'll get the next one out.
I think you will. I think
quicker.
I mean, we had sort of a busy week doing various things.
And I was like on and off ill, and like hay fever's been a bitch, and I've got like a cold mixed with hay fever.
Nice.
It sounds like making excuses, and it is making excuses.
Piece of shit.
But I learned how. I didn't learn how to. I just basically almost shot for shot copied like a guide I looked up on Google Images of how to do a walk animation. But I had to rearrange it. Yeah.
To begin with, I was like, is that a GIF he's found? And then, but I knew like your art style for that.
Yeah, with the eyes. Yeah, with the tongue or whatever.
I was like, it's not.
Yeah, my art style. I like that.
Yeah, like we have
my definitive
a look.
Yeah, we have a look. We have a look.
But yeah.
So what's on the schedule or agenda
There's about 3 pieces of news.
Okay.
And then 4 trailers, and then we're going to do a bit of a discussion at the end of this if we have the time.
If we have the time.
Which we'll probably have the time.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
So let's start off with, it's not really news, but I just want to discuss it because I'm impressed by it. Star Trek Beyond.
Yes.
The promo stuff for Star Trek Beyond, but I've started to notice it a bit more now. It's almost out. I think it's out in a couple of weeks.
Yes, it's very close now.
It's coming close. Well, they're saying that Suicide Squad's real close.
Yes, it is.
Sam is currently closing a window.
Because I don't want sound.
Because we don't want sound pollution.
Sound pollution.
But him getting up and closing the window made more sound pollution than what we would have ever had.
The net gain or something.
But technical. So like, just like going around town and stuff on buses and stuff. Like bus stops have like an insanely cool amount of artwork for the Star Trek Beyond posters.
And it's like obviously
they look amazing. Yeah,
like it's a lot of colour.
Yeah,
a lot of.
I'm glad they haven't shown it because it looks like quite a gritty movie. But I'm glad they're not shying away from like the yellows, the reds, and the blues that are like iconic. With
embracing the eras that it came from. I suppose
because it was the first sort of colour TV one of the first colour TV shows and sort of revolutionary. And I think if you try and like grit it up too much and try and make it too sort of realistic and whatever and like sort of Zack Snyder it, you'll ruin the. There's the weekly dig at Zack Snyder.
I was just about to say, should we take off the count off the wall of like how many times, how many weeks we could go without mentioning him? It was at 0, and now
7
it's still
days without mentioning
7 days.
Zack Snyder. But I just thought I'd mention that because
it is good.
Relatively old news, probably. I mean, these posters have probably been around a while, but I've only just started to sort of notice them out and about.
Yeah.
But they look really cool.
Their marketing team has really hit the town.
Yeah, they've got it right. Probably the same people who did Deadpool. It's not, but
probably not.
But anyway,
could be.
But yeah, alongside that sort of side of it, Star Trek have had. I'm not sure if their full like album has been released yet, but Rihanna is doing something.
What was the song called? I can't remember. Sledgehammer.
Is it?
I think it was Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer? Why?
Written by.
I was going to say like Stargate or something.
No.
Written by Sia or Shia or
Sia.
The one without a face. She's really good. She's a very talented singer.
But she obviously thought that Rihanna was better for this song.
I think Rihanna covered another one of her songs.
And then Rihanna was like, this is good. I should keep doing this.
Exactly. And then they got like a bit of a partnership.
Yeah.
But I like that about like CSI or whatever. Because she'll like be like, oh, that song doesn't necessarily suit my... Shine Bright Like a Diamond I think was Sia, but Rihanna released it.
Ah, yeah.
Because
you're right. Actually, James
Corden's karaoke, carpool karaoke. He did one with Sia, and she was like singing it, and I was like really confused because I was like, I swear this was Rihanna.
Yeah.
But it turns out she like wrote it.
Got it.
So yeah, I'm glad. That would have annoyed me for the whole thing if I couldn't remember what song it was.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's an alright song. It's very. It's not very not impactful, but like
It kind of felt like a bit like
doesn't feel like it goes anywhere.
What was Ed Sheeran's I See Fire?
Yeah.
It's like it very much feels like end of the movie, like whilst the screen's black and white writing's going on, like it's very much a credits song.
Do we feel that the tone of the song maybe suggests that something like the ending of the film, perhaps?
No, I just feel like it's not going to be like a big. Because Star Trek never really ends with like a big impact, like.
No.
It's always just like, and now we're back off into space on the final frontier.
Yeah, I think it would be inappropriate for them to end.
Yeah. I kind of want them to end with that. I feel like.
No. I mean, it would be inappropriate for them to end like on a cliffhanger or some kind of down note.
I think this is probably the last one we'll see for a while, like trilogy, like especially now like J.J. Abrams has stepped away from it. I think, let Simon Pegg do the writing with whoever else is doing it. Who's James Wan? James.
Yeah, I think Lee? So. I think it's something Lee. I think we said this last week as well.
It's not Jet Li.
Not Jet Li. No.
I wish it was. That'd be great.
But the fantastic. Keep saying fantastic. Fast and Furious bloke.
Yeah.
Did that stuff. He's the director. I am curious because you said you think it might be the last one for a while, but they said that they're basically ignoring the plot of the second one.
Huh.
So I'm wondering if this is the now technically the second film, and if they're going to do a third one.
Maybe.
Because I'm pretty sure they either said it wasn't canon, like the second one wasn't canon, or they're just pretending it didn't happen. So it's kind of canon, but we're not going to mention it.
Yeah, it's canon, but I mean, we destroyed London. Who cares?
Yeah, we destroyed London. We introduced superhuman blood that can heal everyone, and no one can die anymore. And now we can portal anywhere using a handheld device. So it's like you've just destroyed your whole continuity.
It was super bad.
It was super bad, very bad, ultra bad.
Like, I enjoyed it whilst watching it, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, it's a terrible film. Yeah. Real bad movie.
And then my peeve again about destruction of cities, and that was so unnecessary. And no one cared that anyone died.
No. Why would you?
Everyone escaped in time. No, they didn't.
No,
everyone's dead.
Everyone is dead.
Good God. It was terrifying as well. It like came down so fast and just everyone.
I mean, there was a cool fist fight between Spock and
I guess,
and Benedict Cumberbatch on that like.
Yeah, when they're going through the city or something. Yeah,
but I didn't understand why. I don't know. Couldn't figure out why that was happening.
Yeah, because Spock goes into his like angry mode. He's like, ah!
Yeah, you get that whole. God.
Yeah.
Scream again. It was. No one knows why that movie existed.
Yeah. It shouldn't have been a reveal because no one cared that it was.
No, it shouldn't have been Khan.
Yeah,
it should have been just anyone.
What was the point?
Like, there was no connection to it being Khan.
They should have just.
His monologue when he's in the cell and then he ends it with, "I am Khan." Like that was really good.
Yeah, but
he
like
acted it so well, but it was just I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I was like, what? Why do I care?
Khan, oh no.
Hey,
that's like me saying something and then going at the end like, I am Tom. Like, great. Who's Tom? Like,
Sam.
Yeah, you're Sam.
No, what?
Cool. Like, it makes no difference. It's a name. Who cares? If they had built up something about a legendary Khan in the film and then like,
even in the first one,
like spread the seeds of it and then suddenly I am Khan. That would be quite cool.
Even if after that attack at like where his like father figure dies.
Yeah.
And he gets re-promoted back to captain and whatever. Even if it was like we haven't had an attack like this since Khan back in, like.
Yeah, just Chekhov gun it a little bit. Yeah, you know? Like set it up somewhere so when he says Khan as if it's a reveal, you actually care.
Yeah, you're like sure. Oh, Khan.
Oh, Khan.
The guy they mentioned.
That guy they mentioned. Yeah. Sort of like in the same way they did like the Bucky thing. Like, you just mentioned Bucky earlier as the only guy that died during World War II.
Yeah.
And then, Bucky? Who the hell is Bucky? And then
it was like his best friend died. He glances at the memorial for him in the Smithsonian, and he's like, "Oh, there you go."
So you've established
that's
it in the
who
movie.
Bucky is.
Yeah, exactly.
You did it.
And they couldn't even do that.
No.
Khan!
They just shouted Khan.
Khan!
He's like, Care! Care, his name is Khan.
The Trekkies were like, yay! But everyone else was like, who?
I was like, okay, Rafa Khan, cool, but
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
No.
Like, what happened to the dude who played the grandfather in Spy Kids? Why is he not Khan anymore?
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
No.
That was that guy. That
No.
was that guy. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, the one on the
Excuse me.
wheelchair in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
He played Khan in
Oh,
Rafa
right.
Khan.
Oh.
I think. Pretty sure. Hope so.
That
No,
was,
it's not
it was Benedict Cumberbatch.
It was.
He just doesn't age.
Never. It's that super blood he's got. It's that superhuman blood. Anyway, on to things. Zack Snyder. Actually, no. Suicide Squad isn't Zack Snyder, is it?
I mean, he's probably like some kind of
Yeah, I think he's
executive
probably
producer.
produced,
or something.
yeah. But yeah, it's not his direction, which is good.
Fine.
But so yeah, Hot Topic. Which do you know who Hot Topic are?
They're a clothing
line
line.
in America for like emos and like scene kids. Like,
Is it kind of like punk-ish?
It's
like
like emo and punk. You're supposed to like design your own look,
right.
but Hot Topic take like these like unique looks and mass produce them.
Okay, got it. That makes.
But they've basically just launched a Suicide Squad range of clothing.
Okay.
Which is basically cosplay.
Yeah.
But the whole point of cosplay, again, is that you make it yourself. Like,
yeah.
you piece together all these bits from different places.
I'm vaguely intrigued by that, to be
well,
fair.
it's like Harley Quinn, like...
Yeah,
you can get that Harley Quinn like top that's like 3/4 length with like the blue tint sleeve.
That's exactly
like
that's the first thing I thought of as soon as you said it was. Oh, I bet it's because Harley Quinn.
But because it's basically it's Cortana for some bizarre reason.
Right, is that like with the jacket?
With
and
the
like,
jacket
the
and like the like headband and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
It's Cortana, Harley Quinn, and the Joker. They're the sort of three styles you can get. You can actually get the Joker purple leather like trench coat.
Of course you can.
Which
that
is weird.
Okay, that's cool.
It's kind of cool, but it's like it shouldn't be done because the whole point of cosplay is that you can it's yours and But yeah, it's
I mean, is it done for cosplay necessarily, or is it just you could also implement it in your own?
You could have it like this. They sell like full costumes basically.
Right.
Like
so you can cosplay it, but they're trying to sell it as regular clothing.
Regular clothing. Like it's not sold in like a set. Of, like you have to have this.
You can't wear it as regular clothing because then everyone will
be
like, why are you dressed as Harley Quinn?
The only thing you could wear is the Daddy's Little Monster T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because it's just like because
it's like that's the.
It's just like a graphic tee. It's
like
people would instantly know what it is. Like,
I like your T-shirt from Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad
as opposed to I like your whole outfit based on Harley Quinn.
I like your green hair and purple jacket and damaged tattoo on your forehead. And the fact that your shoulder's laughing for some reason. Hooray!
You're so damaged.
But yeah, so it's just a bit of a weird thing for them to promote, I guess.
Yeah, Katana's
the weirdest.
That's interesting. Well, I was thinking about it then. Like, if you did, is it Diablo?
Yeah,
it'd just be a vest and like joggers or whatever he wears,
and like
Slipknot,
Deadshot's too
armored or whatever.
Yeah.
Slipknot's like string and shit. Killer Croc, what does he wear? Is he just in a jacket?
Like a leather jacket.
Yeah, you could do that.
You could do like a leather like Croc skin jacket.
Oh my god, you could,
like,
But then, do they still sell Croc skin? Or
I think crocodile skin's still around. Or like a.
Has it got to be like
leather?
Fake
Like probably.
Yeah.
If you were gonna mass produce it in like Hot Topic, it would probably be like a fake.
Yeah. That's it. What other characters are in the team? Boomerang. But Boomerang,
Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, he kind of dresses like he looks a bit sort of
like mid-century, like London, like
yeah.
Like,
that kind of like
Syndicate, like Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah,
like,
where it's kind of like it looks like things are coming out of the clothes, like
Yeah.
sort of like cotton or whatever. Is
it's like just like
torn
cheap,
and
yeah.
Because I think that makes sense for the character because he's got these like throwing blades that are boomerangs. So once
every
in a
now
while
and again they come back.
Yeah, exactly.
And they cut some of the thread. It's like, oh shit.
So I mean, you couldn't really sell that. I suppose you could. I mean, people they sell
like cut jeans.
Cut jeans, yeah. So you could.
People would buy it probably, but
someone would.
I think they've definitely focused on the right characters to like.
Because as much as it seems like a weird choice for Katana, she's the most clean looking.
Yeah.
Of
and like
this sort of
like
squad.
Asians, like the Asian style, like collars and jackets, and, like the double, like the like rope tied together, like
it's kind of like a trendy.
Kind of in it at the moment.
And like you could definitely
kind of reminds
sell
me of
that
like the Beatles, like the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, like that look. Yeah. But like it's all very dark and black as opposed to like bright, like primary colours.
Yeah, are they selling the Katana mask as well?
I think it's like a head. I think it's just a headband.
Just
and,
a headband.
And
okay.
like the model they had it on had like dark eyeliner on.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that works.
It's just.
Are they also selling the
weird.
sword?
I hope so. So you could kill everyone.
Buy the full outfit and get a sword thrown in that eats the souls of the dead.
But yeah, it's just weird.
I like it. That's cool.
So I like if the Joker had like a T-shirt like that, like I'd probably buy that.
Yeah, but doesn't he? He's
like
topless,
the
right?
Daddy's Little Monster top. Like, if I was a girl, I'd wear it because I wear graphic tees and stuff. And like,
why not?
Yeah,
wear it now.
Oh, fine. I will. I'll buy a Daddy's Little Monster T-shirt, and we'll wear it.
Yeah.
Again, I'll buy another one.
Yes.
I'll be wearing it in our next society
video,
or whatever.
Yeah. Or a top 10.
Yeah, top 10 that we're gonna do. But you heard it here last. But yeah, sticking with DC, because everyone was sort of talking about how ripped J.K. Simmons is, and apparently he did an interview recently, and he sort of just turned around and said, "I've always been this jacked. Just no one ever asked me to take my top off." Like he was like, "I've always looked like this. Like I've always been really into my gym and stuff. It's just no one ever asked to see it before." So
I think it was just because
it's quite funny.
Yeah, I think it's more because he was so grizzly in the picture as well, because he had like a fat beard and stuff.
It's just the massive veins on his arm.
Yeah, well, it's because
have you seen SpongeBob where he has the blow up like muscle man arms
at
the beach?
Yeah,
that's what he looks like.
That's exactly what he looks like. Yeah, where it's just the sort of stretched
so
tattoo
disproportionate and everything.
But because you sort of said before that like in Whiplash,
you
can tell he's ripped in that.
Yeah, he's got definite like bicep definition and stuff like that.
So I think it's just because someone took a picture of him mid curl or whatever.
Yeah, it was probably like him doing like his last set of weights and like he's been at the gym. Like
so it's
probably just a very well done picture. But yeah, he is ripped. There's no fucking there's no denying that.
Yeah.
And plus his arms are really close to his thing, so his biceps have been pushed out.
Yeah.
Which, if you go to the gym, you can fake anything.
To a certain degree, until someone looks at the weights you're doing, you're just like 5.
Yeah. No, but you Photoshop.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But you don't Photoshop the reflection?
Yeah.
So people know.
Because then the
otherwise you're vain.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I think it was probably at the same time he was saying about how like ripped he is. He also said that this version of Commissioner Gordon isn't going to be like
skinny.
No, isn't going to be the Commissioner Gordon that's like sets the bat signal off. It's like, help me, Batman, we need help. He basically said this one's going to be kicking ass alongside Batman, like which is cool. Like so especially seeing these like mid 60s, early 60s or whatever. It was like, yes.
Do we know if he is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon then in, like, I guess the Batman film that comes out?
I hope so.
Ben Affleck, yeah, I'd imagine.
Because there was rumours that he was dead.
Oh yeah, there was.
Which is why he wasn't in.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that.
But he's not.
He's not. He's not
dead. He's very much alive.
Yeah, this is cool. I think it almost feels like they're just trying to up everything to the nth degree sort of thing with like this new universe. It's just like, Commissioner Gordon is a tanky badass and kills everyone. Right?
It's because Commissioner Gordon is ex-military, isn't he?
I think so.
Supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's in Gotham, he is. But like, it would be cool that if they sort of included that, like he does have this really sort of like militant like demeanour about him.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense, like how we would then get into the police force or all that kind of stuff and get to the level he's at.
Yeah.
To be the commissioner.
Do you reckon he's gonna have the sweet like trench coat and everything?
I feel like
cool glasses.
I mean, they've been pretty spot on with costumes.
They're gonna have hair.
I hope so. I don't know. Who knows? I hope he doesn't have that beard. I don't want him to have a beard. As Commissioner Gordon.
If he has a beard, I want it to be like a trim beard.
Just a moustache. Give him a moustache.
No, I feel like a full face beard would be cool, but not to the like grizzly level he had it at.
No, that was Santa. That was pushing Santa.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
Yeah,
but I feel like bald and like a proper beard would look quite cool.
Yeah,
with Gordon.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I can see it. Would look pretty awesome.
Yeah,
he's got to have like the wiry glasses. You can't have.
No, yeah. They have to. There are certain things that you can't get rid of.
No.
I think. But then maybe they're just trying to distance it from Gary Oldman.
Basically, because Gary Oldman to me looked like the perfect Jim Gordon. But then again, it just fit the world that you're in. Like, and before that, he'd always been fat. He'd always been like.
Yeah, more like in Batman and Robin.
Like a stooge. Like,
yeah.
He was always like a really like farcical character.
Yeah.
Which he doesn't need to be.
He never should be, really.
No.
Because he really is a character you should try and get the audience to respect, because he's sort of going against what the police are telling him.
I'd like to see a Batman movie told like from the character you relate to most is Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's the everyman who's sort of been put into this situation where he has to deal with the Joker.
Is that not Gotham though? Almost.
No, because Gotham's terrible.
Yeah.
I want a good one.
Yeah, I mean that was probably their chance. Just that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Because I know you defended it for a while, but I haven't seen it. So
I've seen the first season. It ended. It was terrible, but it ended okay. So I gave season 2 a chance, and it's terrible.
Okay, that's cool.
Because they find the Batcave at the end of season 1, and you're like, cool, we're gonna get a bit more like.
Batcave, yeah.
But it's just Bruce being a little whiny bitch.
Yeah, because he's supposed to disappear for 9 years or something and then come back as Batman.
Yeah.
But how are you going to do that? That's unfeasible.
Well, because the kid won't grow up. We'll never see this kid become Batman.
No.
Unless they do a time jump with a different actor.
Yeah.
Which I'd quite like them to just keep recasting Bruce, but sort of just give like makeup to the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
So we end up like with the last episode, a bit like Smallville, where he's wearing the costume. Because the last scene of Smallville is whoever played Clark Kent on a rooftop.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
No,
he plays
Tom something.
Yeah, he plays.
He was in Cheaper by the Dozen. Plays like the oldest son in Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what I thought he was in.
Tom. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, it's him on a rooftop wearing like the glasses, the like big jacket and suit, like looking geeky.
Yeah.
Running, undoes the tie, rips open the shirt. You get the Superman logo, and that's the end of the season. Yeah. Because he said like, I'm never gonna wear the Superman costume. Like that's not like I never want to take it that far. Yeah. Which is kind of cool. Like
was that 10 seasons that had?
Yeah, that was a lot. It went on.
Which is like 10 years. Which is what Gotham probably wants to do, right?
Gotham wants to be Smallville, I feel.
Yeah. So if Gotham did 10 seasons, if you make Bruce Wayne...
It will never do 10 seasons.
I know, it definitely won't. But if it did, then you'd have to get rid of... Bruce Wayne would have to disappear as soon as you could do it. And then you do like...
He'd have to be 18.
Seasons.
Boom, disappears. Yeah. But how old is he? Is 13, 14?
13, 14. But then they could do a different kind of story, right? So he disappears as a kid, comes back as a man who's changed, and now he's Batman.
Yeah.
He left as Robin, came back as Batman.
Yeah, I feel like they'd do the time jump in between like 2 seasons, and then he comes back as like not Batman but fighting crime, and then he becomes Batman.
Well, yeah, because then you can do the whole sort of origin story side by side with like whatever thing he's up to, Commissioner.
I don't know what that show's doing. Other shows, I don't know what they're doing.
Yes.
Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow.
Right.
Flash is still the best one, but is not great. No, Flash is the best one out of the DC. Like,
oh yeah, it gets a lot of praise.
Jessica Jones like win.
Yeah.
Agents of Shield, though I haven't seen it, wins. Because
it is good. No, I like it. It's good.
Yeah,
I vouch for it.
yeah, the Flash and Arrow. I don't know what happened. Like Arrow went really well, and then
And then season 3 happened. Then season 4 happened.
Of what? Arrow?
Season 3 of Arrow was all right up until the point where he died, or not died, but where he got thrown off the edge. Spoiler alert for season 3 of Arrow.
I don't.
When he fought Ra's al Ghul on top of the mountain.
You fought Ra's al Ghul?
Yeah, and then Ra's al Ghul like stabbed him, kicked him off a mountain, and he survived. Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, "Oh, you're okay, don't worry, you're fine."
Of course he is.
They didn't even use like they brought the Lazarus pit into the continuity, but that's not the reason that Arrow came back. It was just he just survived. He just survived.
Anyway.
And then Malcolm showed up from the shadows and was like, "Ha!"
If you've got no idea what Sam's talking about, you'll soon be able to find out because they're coming to Netflix.
Huh.
So we're getting Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow on Netflix.
The UK Netflix or the American Netflix?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I presume both.
Yeah, I would hope both.
I presume, but I mean, either way.
Because I know every time.
I think it's happening as soon as the finales for each one of their seasons.
Okay.
Happens.
Well, I mean, they've both ended now.
It might be next season.
Oh, next season, right? Because
it takes time for like Netflix to get the rights and everything.
Yeah, like Arrow. I know in America, Arrow went up on Netflix like about a month before the new season came out, so it was kind of like the only reason they do it is through promotional reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, oh, the new one's coming out, so everyone catch up on Netflix for the previous seasons, so you can watch it on our network, CW or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in watching them.
I might give Legends of Tomorrow a go.
Yeah.
Just to see what they did wrong.
Yeah.
Like, because it looks stupid.
Just to watch it for a few laughs.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I'll watch like an episode or two and then I'll be like, well, it's not for me, but at least I give it a try.
I think the only thing of that I'm interested in remotely would be what they did with Firestorm. I just want to see what they did with him.
Yeah.
Like the two people coming together, and that's kind of interesting, I suppose.
Yeah, it's weird.
But literally, we both agree on this, right? That the seasons were partly ruined because a lot of it was like, oh, Legend of Tomorrow is happening.
Yeah.
And like, so it was like,
especially the
crossover.
Crossover episodes were like, fuck off, I don't care.
And then like, oh, we need a reason to disappear.
We need Hawk Girl and Hawk Boy and some bullshit.
Egypt, something about meteors or something.
Some bullshit about time travel.
Bizarre.
It was bad.
Fuck 'em.
But yeah. Oh, we're almost done. It's like our last story. Jesus Christ.
What is
it? This is about Power Rangers, and last week we talked about Bryan Cranston being cast in Power Rangers as Zordon.
Yes.
Yeah, Zordon.
I think.
But yeah, and like, well, everyone's skeptical about this movie, except Bryan Cranston, who seems to be convinced that this movie might actually be quite good. Which is nice. He's currently doing sort of press for a film that's coming out soon. It could be Why Him, but I think that's too far off.
Right.
So it might be another movie he's doing. But yeah, he basically came out and said, this is a real long...
Jesus Christ, that's a long quote.
Yeah, it keeps going on.
Do you have an abridged version?
No.
Do you remember vaguely what he said?
Well, we'll go through sort of slide by slide from what. So he said, at first... I was, to be honest with you, I was reticent to looking at the role because I remember the television series was kind of farcical and silly and a bit pow and zow.
Right.
Which is weird because he actually did voice work on the original Power Rangers and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Oh. He was like voices of some of like the aliens and stuff.
Okay, that's cool. Well, you got to start somewhere, I suppose.
Yeah. And he then went on to say, weird movements and things like that. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't really high on it until I talked to the producer and read the script and talked to the director. So he's sort of like, it's cool to see that he was a bit skeptical about it, and then
like we all are.
Yeah. But then like having read the script, he's sort of like, oh, actually,
he's come around.
Give it a shot. And then after that, I went, this is different. This is as different as the reimagining of the Batman television series as it became the Batman movie series.
Yeah.
Which is cool because, I mean, early 80s to late 80s, Batman was like, wait, pow, wow.
Yeah.
Into
Yeah. Is that
Tim Burton, Danny Elfman?
Yeah, that's the theme they use in the Lego Batman film as well. Not the Lego Batman film, the Lego Batman video games.
Yeah. Cool. That's the sort of definitive Batman theme. Like the Superman theme. Like, although they've rewritten it, Hans Zimmer, I think, rewrote it.
His new version or whatever.
It's still.
Yeah.
I rewatched that recently. It's so stupid. Like, the first Superman film where he takes Lois flying and she like does this weird rhyme thing, where she's like, "Can a man fly high in the sky? Take me with you. I want to die." I was like, "What is this? What are you talking about?
God.
Stop talking.
Nobody
Just
does
fly
that.
around and look whimsical. Don't do an inner monologue."
That's really weird.
It was so bizarre.
That is odd.
And there's like mystical music playing. Anyway, so yeah, about the Batman thing, he said you can't compare those two, and nor can you compare this movie version of Power Rangers to the television series. It's unrecognizable for the most part.
Okay.
That's an interesting thing, like for the most part. So it's like, it's still got that sort of nostalgia like in it, but this is its own thing.
Well, I think if we imagine sort of the internet and everyone, like the fan bases or whatever, were around at the time of the transition between the TV show, like the Batman TV show and the Batman movies, I'm sure there would be a similar kind of like backlash and like, you know,
and
like,
people being like,
it's supposed to be campy, you know?
Yeah.
And, you can't make Batman serious.
You can't make Batman look like a cross between RoboCop and Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
What's Iron Man? Shut up.
Shut up. Go back to the 80s, you bastard.
But yeah, I think he's right in a way here in what he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't be obviously certain he's right because we don't know what the film's like.
I hope he's right.
Yeah.
I trust Brian Cranston.
Yeah. He's got his reasons.
He then went on to say there are tenets of the folklore that you hold on to for sure, but the inspiration is different and the sensibility of it and the approach to the filmmaking is completely different.
Yeah, so I'm sure
there's gonna be little bits, so
when he says like folklore, right, it would be stuff like the little watches or whatever they use to transform and maybe
Tyrannosaurus Rex. I hope they do like a face thing where it's like Tyrannosaurus, pterodactyl, Bulbasaur.
I feel like what he said there is that maybe that's gone. But
I kind of want that to. If anything stays, I want that to be there.
Yeah.
Because that's the most silly thing that they
with
do.
like this shitty CG around.
Yeah, where it's like they're
border.
holding this weird thing, and the thing of which it's being filmed in is that weird thing. It was weird. I love it though. That was like my favourite. Like every time they were like, "Whoa!" I put my hand down and I'm holding a thing.
Like the whole like dance move, not dance move, but like sliding back and forth and
pterodactyl.
And then they'd all be in like the sort of the
Velociraptor.
head of like the machine.
Yeah,
thing.
and then it would come down and like the helmet would close.
But then they'd all be like, "Now to do a sword attack, hoo ha!" And they'd all like do the same moves. I feel like
join our Zords up or some shit.
Yeah, do you reckon that's gone or it's still in?
I think that's got to stay. But like final battle, like we gotta try this thing. I've never done this before.
Oh, so cheesy. We've got to channel the cheese.
I think a little bit of cheese is fine.
Yeah. Oh no, it needs it. Yeah, definitely.
He then goes on to say, I don't know if the tone is as dark as that because you're dealing with teenagers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the tone is... Have I got these in the wrong order?
I'm sure you have, somehow. I'm joking. They're probably fine, aren't they?
Probably. He goes, I don't know if the tone is as dark as that because you're dealing with teenagers, so the appropriateness of that and real teenage life and going through high school and the cliques of popularity or lack thereof and the bullies and the different sections of and subsections of high school life and the insecurities of these kids and things like that.
Okay.
So it looks like it's going to be like a high school, like you're going to have these like...
It's going to be Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, basically. It then goes, hopes and dreams, and you embrace all of that into a retelling of the Power Rangers, And what you would get is this new version, this new reimagined version.
Okay.
So it's gonna be. I feel like there's gonna be more reason behind it. Like these are gonna be like outcasts, like the cool kid who's not like.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to be the cool kid. Like.
He's like there for the wrong reason.
Yeah, he's like he feels a lot of, like he goes in. He's the basketball star. He's the smartest kid in class, but he's like, I just want to be a normal kid.
Yeah, like
the Power Rangers are gonna.
Yeah, like the group he's ended up with, or
a bit like MI High.
Yeah.
Do you remember MI High?
Is that the BBC?
The CBBC thing.
I do remember that.
In the school.
And they were their pencils, and when they were cool for
the like rubber would flash.
I've got to go to the toilet, miss.
And then they'd all go to the toilet together, but they'd actually go into like the janitor's closet.
Wow, that sounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like, yeah, there was like the scene girl, the cool kid, and then like the nerdy like.
Yeah. Was it 2 girls and a guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I feel like that's kind of.
Completely forgot about that show.
Yeah, I know. Me too until just now. But yeah, I feel like that's what it's going to go on to be.
Yeah, I think so. I wonder how much of the film they'll spend establishing these kids, and then into it.
I hope we get like an establishment and then a deeper establishment.
Yeah.
Through their sort of.
Yeah, like maybe establish each kid individually and then show how they all interact within this. Are they all going to be in the same school? Or are they going to be like around the world?
I think it's got to be same school.
Yeah, because you need these characters to stay close to each other, right?
Yeah.
So, or not like
because it's going to be an origin
emotionally,
story,
but I mean close together in proximity to each other.
Yeah.
So you could all do your Power Rangers shit.
Yeah, just one of them's in China and just finds himself going, Bulbasaur!
Power Rangers!
Why am I doing this?
Look, I need...
Put the sword away! I can't! There are people on the United States doing it, so I have to do it at the same time.
Super fighting robot.
Like, you're making excellent sushi, but please stop!
Slicing... Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be at the same school.
Yeah, they'll have to be for it to work. Every time I'm imagining it, though, I'm just imagining classic Power Rangers, like 80s clothes or whatever, 90s.
I'd be okay if it just did Power Rangers like correctly.
Yeah.
And it'd be just like, yeah, this is what we got to get with.
Just with modern budget, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that would be an interesting thing to see. And it's almost kind of what like Marvel Studios is. It's like, well, this is us just doing classic comics.
It's like campy things that they've just got right.
Just with budget. And
let's hope they get it right.
Way.
I hope they get it right.
I just so too.
Because I always like Power Rangers.
Well, it'd be nice to have a nice sort of long-running series of Power Rangers films.
For the Power Rangers movie, shall we do like a watch-along of like the first ever Power Rangers episode? Which is on like Netflix. Which is probably like half an hour long.
Could do.
Just to...
Well, maybe we could do the movie.
Oh yeah, we should totally do the movie.
Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah, no, I completely forgot about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
It has to be the Power Rangers movie, doesn't it?
Oh no, yeah, I forgot that. Like, I knew that existed just because of Apocalypse, but I was just like, I haven't seen that film in years.
Yeah, well then, there you go.
We're in trouble. That was the fucking theme song of that. I swear, it was so bad.
We'll do it, man. We'll watch it.
It starts with them like rollerblading like through a construction site or some shit. I don't know.
We're so 80s or 90s.
It's so good, but it's like so past. It's so 90s,
yeah.
but they're trying to still be 80s. It's so silly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, let's move on to trailers. Sadly, we're not going to go on to trailers because we recorded another almost hour of conversation after this. We tend to record these in sort of half an hour long segments just so we make sure we have the audio. We went slightly over and the audio corrupted.
It's gone.
So we're basically just going to outro this. Luckily, you didn't really miss too much. We talked about 3 trailers, which was Bleed for This, Imperium, and Son of Zorn.
Do you want to do a very quick sort of summary of what we thought? So Imperius? Was it Imperium?
Imperium looks like it's going to be a really well directed movie, but we're not really entirely sure what it's about.
We were sort of curious as to if they might try and make us sympathise with neo-Nazis, which would be
really interesting, and
if they can pull that off, that'd be
scarily
ballsy and quite clever.
Yeah,
good on them. If they not good on them, but like well done. That's if that's what the film's about.
That's like indie film, like standard, which would be interested to be to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Bleed for This looks really interesting. It looks a bit it looked like a bit of a cliche boxing movie, and then like this car crash happens, and you get this whole, instead of it being like an underdog story, like rising up to be the top
to win,
it's just this guy wanting to fight.
Yeah.
Not necessarily win.
Will he win? Doesn't matter. Will he fight? That's what we care about.
That's what the storyline's.
Yeah, we wanted to get back.
Also, will hopefully be quite funny in places.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because you can't have that kind of. We were sort of saying you can't have that. You can't just keep making it more and more depressing.
No.
There'll be ups and downs and cries and laughters and tears of laughter and tears of sadness.
Tears of joy.
Yeah. And then the third one
was Son of Zorn.
Yes.
Which looks hilarious. I think it looks really funny.
Cartoon bloke, basically cartoon Thor uncensored Thor meets
everyone else.
Yeah. There was lots of funny moments in the trailer. Will they be the only funny moments?
I doubt it. I think just because of the directors being the guys from the Lego Movie, I think a lot of people thought that the Lego Movie was going to be, the trailer for the Lego movies were going to have all the funny bits in it,
and it definitely
did not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is it a concept that can keep going? Who knows?
I think we'll get a solid season out of it, and then maybe there'll be demand. No, the only way we'll get a second season is if there's demand. I think.
Yeah, I think it'll get cancelled on Fox. Adult Swim will pick it up.
Yeah.
Then they'll pay for another 2 seasons, and then it'll get cancelled again. Hooray!
Yeah, that's how it goes. But yeah,
again, sometimes that's all you need. Who knows?
We're sorry that this is shorter.
Abridged version.
And yeah, I mean, it sucks, but
yeah,
we thought rather than sort of trying to re-record our whole conversations, they wouldn't sound spontaneous.
No.
We'd be trying to repeat points we made before.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Wow, I can't believe I didn't think of that before."
Yeah, and that's not who we are.
That's not who we are.
So we're being straight up with you, and yeah.
There we go.
You probably didn't like this video, but if you did,
they're like, "Where's the other half of this video?"
Yeah, what the hell? Like, give us half a like.
Yeah.
Leave us half a comment. And
so thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
We're sorry.